What's going on, peoples? Let the room fill up before we start another Al York Sports Show, another Friday, TGI Friday. Huge weekend, a lot of football, there's sports. Jeff Gerson in the building, Sportsbook. Jeff, I see you. Martin Silver is always making a visit, even when he's on vacation. Brian Ford, my man Suge Knight. Man, y'all niggas don't know how much love I got for y'all, man. Y'all keep me going, man. And the more y'all keep me going, man, like I heard one time, I don't want to say where, it's inappropriate to say where, but one guy told his other guy, yo, that shit turns me on. And it wasn't no homo shit, it was some fighting shit. And the other guy said, whatever turns you on freaks me out. So what I'm saying, I'm freaked the fuck out, man. I love talking for y'all, getting involved with y'all, and doing what needs to be done to get through another day, man. And with that, I ain't trying to preach. I ain't Malcolm X, none of that. I'm just trying to talk to y'all, man. Yes, sir. TGI Friday, y'all. Let's get the room filled up. Busy Friday. We got Gambino who's going to tear up Lincoln Riley. Oh, baby, we got Sportsbook Jeff with games to watch, free plays, all that, man. Cakey in the building. Let me start the show real quick now that we got everybody going. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Let's get it. Al York Sports. The raw truth. Open sessions and giveaways every Friday. Let's go. Shout out to C Murder. Down with my ninjas. You know I gotta give y'all love every time I step to the plate. Every time I step to the plate, you gonna get all I got. If I give you less, I ain't do what the fuck I had to do. That's how I roll. And you know I'm the raw truth, so I'm gonna give it to y'all uncut, rare, whatever that's gonna get to y'all. You know I like to talk shit before I start my show. All right, let's get it popping, baby. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Humpty in a motherfucking building. The show is not the same until I see Humpty's name up on my chat list, man. Let's get it popping, man. Go to YouTube, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Continue with the surpluses. I'm appreciating it. And let me give a huge shout out to my little man from Lower Deck. Big Cakey in the building. Cancer survivor, and will always overcome that shit whenever that shit come around, that little motherfucker. That little nigga's the man. Salute to you, Brody. Much love, Lower Deck in effect, man. And also, shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York. Triple H, everything. Dwayne Beeman, my little man, Dwayne Beeman. Still haven't hit me with nothing so I can hit y'all. Soon as I get something, I'm going to give it to y'all on some handoff shit. You ain't even got to worry about it. Credit fix. Never too late to get your credit fix. IG me, inbox me, email me, al.newyork@yahoo.com. Never too late to get your credit fix. Need advertisement? Hit me up and I'll hook you up. Hit me up and I'll hook you up. And last but not least, open sessions and giveaways. Chango loves when I say this. The more, the merrier. Let's get the show started. Gambino, do not intercept me. Let me finish this. I got a lot of work in front of me. Let me start off by saying, we're going to go right in the NFL. Yes, right, Suge Knight. Fuck cancer, baby. Exactly. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers wide receiver, Antonio Brown, suspended 3 games for a COVID violation. I just gave this dude props 2 weeks ago, saying that Tom Brady changed his life. Uncle Tom changed his life. And this, I'm trying to chill with the F-bombs now, y'all, because I'm being monetized by YouTube. I really want to curse right now. I really want to curse. But Antonio Brown, how many chances you going to get? And how are you broadcasting that you got fake vaccine cards, dog? How stupid are you? You lucky you ain't in Patriot land, because they'd have released your ass ASAP. Belichick would have said, pack your shit. But since you with Bruce Arians and them, and they ain't got chips like the Patriots do, they know they need you if they want to get another chip. That's the only way why you still on board Antonio Brown. Next subject. Let's go to the diamond. New York Mets acquire Max Scherzer. They agreed to a 3-year, 130 amps contract. All I'm saying, I know a lot of y'all saying the Mets ain't got no hitting. And I tell y'all, I'm not a hater, man. All y'all that hate on the Yankees, or especially you Met fans that become Red Sox fans at the end of the year, we all know that. We all know that. This is a hell of a pickup, man. You got Scherzer and DeGrom. Those are probably the best two pitchers in the game today. I got Scherzer right now over Garrett Cole. I had Garrett Cole ahead of him last year. But right now, I got Scherzer ahead of Garrett Cole. And Scherzer went 15-4 with a 2.46, 236 Ks last year. Automatic Hall of Famer, got a championship, thought the Redbirds were going to get him. Sportsbook Jeff was telling me that the Redbirds had the lead on him, but the Mets came and stole him and gave him that 130 for 3 years. Salute to the New York Mets. Let me keep it moving. The Texas Rangers acquired Corey Seager, reached a 10-year, $325 million contract. I mean, this guy's injury prone. I wanted him with my Yankees, but was I willing to hope they gave up 325 M's? No. I said 250 was the calling card for him, 10 years. Instead, he got 325. You can't be mad at him. Salute to Corey Seager and his agent. Great move. You know the Rangers always been suckers to give that money up. Ask A-Rod. Other news. The Boston Red Sox traded Hunter Renfro to the Milwaukee Brewers for Jackie Bradley Jr. and some prospects that Sportsbook Jeff might get on later on. He knows a couple of these prospects, and he's saying that this trade's a steal for the Red Sox. But as of right now, Jackie Bradley Jr. back to the Bo Sox, played for them for 2019 to 2020, and Renfro's going to Milwaukee. They get another bat. Let's go to NFL. The Washington football team, who's on a 3-game winning streak, overfound 2 key players, safety linebacker Landon Collins and running back J.Z. McKissick, which is huge. Both guys are huge on both sides of the fields. Washington football team, not the Redskins, are playing good ball. They're going to Allegiant Field this week to play the Las Vegas Raiders in what should be a real good game. Other news. The New York Football Giants QB Daniel Jones is not clear to play, which means they're going to have to start Mark Glennon in a difficult game against the Miami Dolphins, who are clicking right now in all cylinders. No dimes for the New York Football Giants. Let me keep it moving. The Toronto Blue Jays picked up pitcher Kevin Gautzman, agreed to a 5-year, $110 million contract. This dude was a gas can a couple years ago. A gas can. His name is Gautzman. It sounds like gas can. But he developed a split finger, tweaked his, his whole format, and this got him $110 million. Had a great year last year, 14-6, 2.81, 227 Ks for the San Francisco Giants. Salute to Kevin Gautzman, a.k.a. the old gas can. Other news, Marcus Semien and the Texas Rangers agreed to a 7-year, $115 million contract. Wow, this guy had an explosive year and got the bag. You can't be mad at him. 265 hitter, 45 bombs, 102 RBIs in that crazy stacked Blue Jay lineup. But the reason why he hit like this, because they had to pitch it to him, because they have more dangerous hitters, so Semien was getting pitches. He won't do the same with the Rangers. Mark my word. Okay, we got about a couple minutes left. Let me run through this real quick. The Miami Marlins have agreed with a contract with Avisail Garcia, a.k.a. Baby Miggy. 4 years, $53 million. Nice pickup for the Marlins. But if you Garcia, you want to go to a contender. You're about in your 8th year. You want to start playing with teams that have a chance. The Marlins don't have a chance. Other news real quick. The Padres picked up right-handed pitcher Nick Martinez, 4-year, $20 million. He hasn't pitched in the majors since 2018, has been in Japan. Okay, now let me go one more thing, and then we're going to move on. The Milwaukee Bucks, let me go to the hardware. The Milwaukee Bucks picked up Boogie Cousins. Now, a lot of y'all might feel like You know, he a baggage. He bad news. He's an underachiever. I agree with all of that. But Milwaukee right now, they're a championship team. They just won the championship. Brook Lopez just hurt himself. Cousins could play a big role right now, like he did last year with the Clippers. He held it down over there for a minute. If y'all remember, Cousins need to show out how many chances this guy's going to get. This guy was supposed to be one of the best centers about 5-6 years ago, and then just, I don't know what happened to him. Maybe lack of working out. Maybe he wasn't just giving it his all. Who knows? Maybe he was on that purple, like Demarcus Cousins was. Jamarcus Russell, let me say correct, from LSU. But right now, Cousins got a chance to redeem himself and get going because that Milwaukee team can win another chip if he steps up and then they get Brook back. Because now you got a real solid backup center rolling with the Greek Freak. And I ain't got to say no more. Okay, free picks, and then Gambino's going to come in the building. Chango, Jacino, my little sister, my little big sister. I see all of y'all. I love y'all to death. Let me keep working. Noah Parker last week went 1-1. He won with Michigan, +8 in the big house. You seen what they did to Ohio State. Great call. I was on Sportsbook Jeff was on we all was on Michigan, except a lot of the people like X-Man and y'all that was saying y'all liked Ohio State. And then he took Washington, which got blown out by Wazoo. So he went 1-1. One pick this week. He likes Kent State -3.5. Tomorrow. It's 3.5. You got to buy it down to 3. He shot me 3, but I just looked. It's 3.5 everywhere. So he said either take a money line, lay the juice, or buy a half and take them -3. Kent State -3. Should be a good game. They should handle their business. Now, me last week, I took the G-Man. They won outright. Great win by Dimes and Company. Beat the Eagles. Stopped Jalen Hurts. Then my teaser fell apart. Oh, my gosh. I had the Colts. They did what they had to do. They covered. And I don't know why I put the Steelers. I gave them one more chance. The Steelers are out of my way right now. I ain't messing with them the whole year. But let me give you this week's picks. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills on Monday night. Noah Parker's team, -2.5 at home against the New England Patriots. Get it now before the number shoots to 3. Because if they win by 3, you don't cash out. 2.5, they win by 3, you cash out. Straight play. My teaser, we taking the Vikings from -7 to a pick'em. -7 to a pick'em, and we're going to take the Texans. That's right. The Houston Texans from +10 to +16. Real simple. So here go your free picks. Kent State -3, because you're buying a hook unless you can find it for 3. The Bills -2.5 all day, every day. And my 6-point teaser, the Vikings a pick 'em, or if you got 7.5 or -1, make it -1. I run with that -1.5 is fine. And the Texans +16. All right, make your money. Thank me later. Gambino, where you at? It's time to work, baby. I know I took care of a lot for y'all, but I had a lot in store. I appreciate the people tuning in. I see the numbers coming up. Much love, y'all. Let me see if I can get Gambino in. I think Gambino got the same problem everybody got. Gambino, I'm going to try to get you in another way. If not, I got to get Sportsbook Jeff. We don't want to keep the peoples waiting. Let me see if I can get you in another way, bro. Because it's not letting me get you in like this. Okay, Sportsbook Jeff, if you ready, I don't want to keep my peoples waiting. I don't think I can get Gambino in. It's saying the same shit that it said about Chango and X-Man. Gambino, I don't know if I can get you in, brother. It didn't let me get you in. It said you got to download a new app. Sportsbook Jeff, if you in the building, let's go. I don't want to keep my peoples waiting. Let's see if we get him in here. We got a lot to cover. What up, baby? What up? Yo, whatever you doing, you got to teach my boys and them because they can't. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the server, But
actually have your boys send a request to you and then have them join.
Say it again.
Down on the icon, have them hit the send request, and you request it back.
Okay, guys, whoever's trying to get in, go down on the icon and send out the request. I think they're doing that, but for some apparent reason, I can't get them in. But Sportsbook Jeff, let's get right to it, baby. We got a lot to cover. We're going to go first. NCAAF, college football. Plenty big games tomorrow. There's a big game tonight right here. Utah is smacking Oregon again. 14-0. Me and you like quack, but they starting off real slow right now. A lot of game left, but they're getting blown out already. Let's go to tomorrow's game.
To come on back.
There you go. Let's go to tomorrow's games to watch. First game I'm going to shoot at you. You got Michigan and Iowa. The line is 11, Michigan 43.5. In your quickest form, talk to us about that game.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Michigan handles prosperity. We're always talking about handling the negative. How are they going to handle the positive here?
Right.
I actually expect a very slow first half, evenly matched. But I think at the end, it's going to be too much Michigan. So I would lay those 10.5 points in Michigan. But I think you might look at Iowa on a first half wager.
Got you. Okay. I see Michigan finding a way, but I got no opinion on the spread. I'm not going to say what I like. I just know Michigan finds a way to win this game. That's all I can say about this game. Let's go to game number 2, Pittsburgh versus Wake Forest. The line is Pittsburgh -3. Talk to us, Jeff.
Well, I heard for this game here, they're going to allow each team to have 13 defenders to see if they can slow down the scoring. That's what I heard personally. Actually, I think it's going to be an interesting game. The team that can run the ball the best is going to win the game. It's not going to be the points, it's going to be the ball control. I feel like Wake Forest does that better.
Right.
Controlling the clock with the run. And I think eventually they're going to wear that Pittsburgh defense out. So I look for Wake Forest to win the ACC title.
Damn, I'm about to say Wake Forest too. You took the words out of my mouth. I'll let you get the pleasure. All right, brother?
All right.
Okay, the other intriguing game. You got Houston at Cincinnati Bearcats in a must-win for the Bearcats. Right now, they rank 4th in the playoffs. It feels like everybody wants to take them out that 4th spot. They lose this game, they definitely not in the playoffs. Your take on this game tomorrow, Jeff?
Well, you take out about 1 or 2.
10.5, too. 10.5.
You take out 1 or 2 of the last 6 games of Cincinnati, very ordinary. Sure, they took care of business when they had to down the stretch. But I tell you, people are sleeping on this Houston team. They had a 2-3 touchdown lead on Texas Tech early in the year and let them come back, lost momentum. That's their only loss right now. Okay.
Right.
This is going to be a game. Okay. To me, it's a coin flip. I can tell you that I think that Cincinnati wins, but they don't cover.
Okay, that's the roll I'm on. I'm thinking they probably win between 4 to 7 points, but I don't think they cover also, Jeff. Good call on that. Okay, now we go to one of the games that you can't wait to see because you told me earlier, Oklahoma State and Baylor. The line is -6, 6.5, wherever you get it at. Oh, these Cowboys for real, dog.
These Cowboys are for real, dog. I'm going to tell you something. This is a chance for the Cowboys to get out of Big Brother's shadow. You got a lot of negativity with Riley leaving, right? Oklahoma getting beat down in Bedlam last week. And here you got little Baylor coming in. They beat up on them earlier. It's tough to beat a team twice in a year. That's one of the reasons why look out for Quack Attack still tonight. It ain't over yet.
I hope they come back. They come back. So what we like? We like the Cowboys.
I like the Cowboys.
The point spread.
Why they physically wear you out. The defense, the offense, running the ball. You got a senior quarterback in Sanders. It's just their time.
So they cover the spread.
They will cover.
Okay. Last but not least, biggest game of the day. Georgia Bulldogs versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. The line is 6.5 for the Bulldogs, 49.5. Talk to us, Jeff.
Well, I'm definitely an Alabama hater, and I've been looking forward to this State for so long to see they get their ass whooped. And you know what the whole thing is? I like Alabama in this game.
I think so.
I tell you what, you want to give me a touchdown with Nick Saban? You got an assistant that's never beaten him. Alabama is doing just enough to get by, but you still got to be good enough to survive those games. Georgia hadn't been challenged. I mean, let's face it, they haven't been challenged. It's going to be interesting to see if Alabama comes out and punches them in the nose right out of the box, how they can react to it.
Right.
It's just going to come down to turnovers. I mean, Alabama's got to do a better job protecting the ball young. Can't be loosey-goosey. But I'm gonna say that Alabama goes in and wins the game straight up down in Georgia.
Woo! I like Bama. I'm going to tell you why. Georgia can lose this game and still make the playoffs.
And it's also a thing that go for me is that I don't think that SEC wants to get that extra slot of money up. You know,
Bama loses this game. Bama loses this game. It's a big chance they might not make the playoffs. It will have to be like a 1-point game, like a real, great game where they almost have to put them in as the 4th seed. But if it ain't like that, they're not going to make it. So they got to kind of win this game to make the playoffs. Georgia does not have to win. Long as they show up, they will make the playoffs. Let's go to the NFL games to watch. A lot of people love this. I love this session with you. Let's start off first. Was 5 games I'm going to throw out there. Not too many intriguing games this week. But we're going to go Niners at Seattle at Lumen Field. Niners are -3. Your take on this game, bro?
Well, shit, the Niners might as well be -10. I mean, I think Seattle's quit. It's very obvious the Arizona game couldn't beat the backups.
Oh, that killed me and you. Me and you have to watch that. It was a grind to watch that.
It was Monday night against Washington. I mean, what they have, 5 first downs through 3.5 quarters? It was terrible. Oh. I mean, I don't think Russell's healthy. I don't think he wants to be there. And you got a hot San Francisco team coming in. And really, to be honest with you, they may be the second best team in the NFC West. It may not be the Rams. And they've gotten healthy and it's starting to prove it. So I think that this right here is a San Fran all the way.
Okay. So they'll cover the 3 at Lumen Field. I'm tired of hearing Seattle has to win this game. I heard that the last 3 weeks. They didn't show up to. What makes you think they're going to show up this week? Okay, and another semi-intriguing game, considering how we look at it, but it is a division game, Jeff. The Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field, -4.5 for Lamar Jackson and company. Your take.
Well, we all saw the Pittsburgh debacle last week over in Cincinnati. But
I gave them out on the teaser. I gave up on them.
But I told you during the week, I think Cincinnati's probably going to win that division. They've been the best team all year. I mean, Baltimore won a game this weekend, too, on Sunday night against Cleveland. They could have very easily lost the game, too.
Oh, easily.
I mean,
I had Baltimore money line. I was
Baltimore and you put them in Cincinnati this weekend, you got the same score. That's how bad. They might have been worse, the turnovers. I'll tell you what, I know T.J. Watt's on the COVID list. I think that's a key thing, make see if he's going to play or not play. But I'll tell you what, every time, year after year, with Mike Tomlin, when I started writing the Steelers off, they circle the wagons. They're like this decade's Buffalo Bills. So in this series here, especially on the road, there's no way I'm laying a road favorite in this series of more than 3. I'm going to say that Pittsburgh on the point spread, and I'm going to say live dog in this game. Pittsburgh finds a way to muddle up the AFC North even more than what it is.
And that's just been Pittsburgh. As soon as you feel the need to throw the towel on them, Jeff, they show up the next week. You know what I'm saying? So
always.
I'm not interested in this game, but gun in my head, I guess I agree with you. I got to take the points. Big divisional game, but I still think Lamar and them win. They've been winning a bunch of close games all year long. I don't see nothing different here, buddy.
I don't.
Okay.
Either.
Another intriguing game. You got the LA Chargers, 6-5 at the 7-4 Bengals. Bengals are -3 at Paul Brown Stadium. Talk to us.
Well, I'll tell you what's fishy to me is you had a Bengals team that won 2 weeks ago here in Vegas, 32-14. So they won by 18. They win by 30 this past weekend over the Steelers. You have a Chargers team that coming off a loss, a poor loss at to Denver, in a game we both love Denver in.
Yeah.
Line opened up at 1.5. It's up to 3. I tell you, I don't expect a lot of defense in this game. I think that this is the type of game that the Chargers need the game worse than Cincinnati does at this point if they want to stay in this playoff race. I think the points here is the premium. I'm going to take the 3 and the Chargers with a possible live dog situation here. I think it's high scoring, 38-34 Chargers.
Oh, wow. I just don't trust Chargers defense. I know they can they can score with Cincinnati, but I think Cincinnati would get more stops, and I just think Joe Burrow and company will find a way. The 3 will probably land on that. It'll at least win by 3 or cover the spread. My opinion on that. Now we going to Allegiant Field, buddy. 5-6 Redskins, who's been hot, won 3 in a row, worst cover team in football to the last 3 games. Against the Las Vegas Raiders, who are 6-5. The line is right now the Raiders -1.5. Talk to us.
Well, I think this is real simple. You got one team that has an inability to run the football and forced to throw 80% of the time. And you got the other team that the running back with the most touches the last 3 weeks is Gibson. And the more Gibson touches the ball, the better chance Washington has to win, and it's proven out. Yeah, it's a tough spot, Washington going cross country. But what people don't realize is there's still 2 games the Redskins have left with Dallas. The first one's next week, in the nation's capital. I think that Washington makes that game relevant. They come into Vegas. They knock off the Raiders. And I think they do it by fairly handily. I'll take Ron Rivera over the Succi interim coach right now to have his team prepared.
Let me tell you something. Taylor Heineke's making stride. He got that team going. He didn't play too well on Monday night, but he did enough. He did enough. They found a way to win. They won up in Carolina. They won up in Denver. So I like Washington in this situation also, especially with the Raiders coming off that big game on Thursday. And what's the record with the teams that went on Thursday and then play after 10-day rest? It's not a great record.
Actually, a lot of teams after rest have not done well.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a 10% winning percentage the last I heard.
Well, I mean, we're going to have it tested, Sunday night. We got the ultimate in coming off the bye, Andy Reid against Denver, laying double digits. So we're going to see, right?
Right.
That's been free money every year in the past.
Right. So we agree we like the Washington football team in this game, right?
I keep saying Redskins, the football team, yes.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, Monday Night Football. You can't get it better than this, Jeff. You got the New England Patriots led by Mac Jones, baby. They going into Buffalo. Josh Allen and company. Buffalo has to show up in this game if they want us to, if they want our respect. Because they either blow out average teams or they lose the game outright. So what you think happens in this game right here? Monday night, I'm not going to say Orchard Park because I think they switch where they playing at. But matter of fact, Highmark Stadium. I got the name right here.
Yeah, right name.
Talk to us on this game. I want to talk a little bit more than we talked about every other game because this is basically one of the biggest matchups right now in the NFL at this time of the season. This is a playoff game in my book. Talk to us.
Well, we had the game opened up at a -3, -120 with Buffalo.
Yeah, 2.5 too, by the way.
Bet down to 2.5. All the money's on the Patriots. But here's a key thing I'm going to give you, okay? If Buffalo was to lose this game, let's just assume they lose this game.
Yeah.
They're technically 3 games out of the AFC East lead, okay, with 5 to play. A loss here also likely drops them out of the top 7 in the playoffs. So after this, if they were to lose this game to New England, they control not one thing, not a wild card, not the division, nothing. Okay.
Can I add on to that?
Go ahead.
They got to go to Foxborough, Gillette Stadium, not too long from here.
They do.
So they better win this game.
1-2. This is as much of a must-win game you're going to get in the NFL.
There you go.
And when I look down at this, I mean, sure, Belichick's going to be prepared. Sure, they may be able to run the ball a little better than Buffalo because Buffalo has a non-existent running game. But something tells me here, Buffalo was the favorite to go to the Super Bowl. Everybody's favorite this year. They got right at New Orleans, on Thanksgiving. They've had the extra days off to prepare. I think that crowd up there is going to be dynamic.
They're going to go nuts.
I mean,
Bills Mafia, baby.
The Mafia is going to be Mafia. That. But I think the key to this game is going to be is this is Mac Jones, rookie again, Mac Jones, first big game.
Yeah.
Okay, in the NFL.
I think he'll fold. He's going to put up numbers, but he's going to fold when it counts. Trust me.
Right. I think they're going to have a little something for Mr. Mac Jones come Monday night. I look at this that I don't think the game's going to be as close as you think it's going to be. I'm going to go on a limb and say it's going to end up being somewhere along the lines of Buffalo 27, 14 for New England.
I'm going to say 31-20 Bills.
Something pretty comfortable.
Yeah, 31-20 Bills. They get it done.
I expect 3 turnovers, 3 by the New England offense.
Yeah, like you emphasized, this game is a lot more important for the Bills for numerous reasons. Numerous reasons. But that's not to say that Bill Belichick ain't going up there to get that game either, though.
Well, he's always
Bill Belichick wants that game. He's going to install to his players that this game means more to them than the Bills. You know how Bill
and I'll even add to that, if the Bills were to lose this game, where they fall out, guess where they go next Sunday? Hello, Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. Here come the Bills.
Then they got to go to Gillette Stadium.
They have to go. Get this job done.
Okay, listen, before we go to the next topic, Gambino, I'm sorry we couldn't get you in. I know you wanted this topic so bad. I'm going to have to share this topic now with Sportsbook Jeff, but this was a Gambino topic. I'm so mad I couldn't get my man in because he wanted to give it to Lincoln Riley so bad. So bad. But he couldn't get the opportunity because he couldn't get in via the server, etc. But I'm going to go to you here at Sportsbook Jeff. Lincoln Riley left Oklahoma to join the USC Trojans. From my understanding, I got it right here. They're paying him $110 million, I think, for something like 5 years. They bought both of his houses in Oklahoma for $500,000 over the asking bid. Over the asking bid. So you know they want this guy. And they threw him a 24/7 access to their private jet. So what Gambino wanted to say is he understands all that, but he's calling him soft as oatmeal cookies because he said he left Oklahoma because Oklahoma soon is going to join the SEC. So what he's saying is he don't want to play Alabama and LSU and company, so he decided to go to USC and take it elsewhere. Now I want your take on what you think my boy Gambino was trying to say.
Well, I mean, I think what he's trying to say here is that, if you're a competitor, to be the best, you got to play the best.
You got to play.
But you know what? You can't wait to play the best, during the season. You only want to play them in a championship game? Come on now. You know what? You build your cupcakes, your KUs every year for a 50, 60-point butt whipping in Iowa State. They've been good the last 2 years. Your K-State, your Texas Techs. I mean, these teams are up and down, never consistent. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going out to a Pac-12, which arguably is the weakest of all power conferences. Power 5 conferences. I mean, you got all kinds of cupcakes out there. I mean, even teams have been good for a while. Look at USC. Ooh, they stink to join up. They stink. I mean, Arizona won their first game in 2 years. Okay, so he found a nice landing spot out there. But, I mean, I think also with that being said, maybe Lincoln Riley didn't have a choice on the move. Maybe the executive.
I think he had a choice. I think what Gambino is saying, Gambino's putting Boo all through the thing. He's upset. Gambino, I understand, baby. Just work with us, dog. You know it was nothing I could have done. I tried everything in my power to get you on. Me and Gambino kind of got it figured out. He just didn't want to live in the SEC. He don't want to deal with those powerhouses, Jeff. That's the bottom line. And then not only that, USC made a sweet deal on top of that. But like Gambino said, Oklahoma could have matched that deal easily.
Well, you know what I think the bigger issue is it's not just Riley. I'm going to throw in Brian Kelly, okay? Because here's what I'm going to say.
No, hold on. We ain't going there yet. Let's stick. Kelly, we going next. Let me set the table for you on that. Let's finish Lincoln Riley, then we'll go there.
I think, too, Lincoln Riley still, here's something. I think he's run for the competition. He's not, in it to win. He's in it to get paid. He's taking the easy way out, okay? But at the same time, here's a young guy. Would you want to live in Norman, Oklahoma, or you want to go live out in Malibu? I mean, at some point in time, you've accomplished pretty much everything you could accomplish down there. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think the thing that I don't like about these chicken shit is that, you know what? You have these recruits that you recruit to Oklahoma. Now, because you leave, they lose their entire recruiting class. You know what I'm saying? I have a problem with that. I mean, I think we've gotten too loose with honoring commitment. Okay? I think these kids here should have the right to make that decision. But I'll be honest with you, they shouldn't have the right to go to USC. There should be a waiting period to follow that coach.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Especially that recruit. They got a recruit that was supposed to go to Oklahoma who's going to go to USC.
You got the star running back. You got the talented quarterback. I mean, it's all the dominoes are falling. We're basically the Oklahoma recruiting class is going to USC now. So,
yeah. I mean, okay. We got on Lincoln Riley. Like I said, I wish Gambino was there. He had a lot of more anger to give on him. But now let's move on. Brian Kelly, Notre Dame head coach or ex-Notre Dame head coach, leaves Notre Dame before the season's over, which I know you highly upset about, to join LSU and like so-called one of his dream places to coach at. Now, like I told you earlier, I know it looks bad, but I believe they put pressure on him to leave ASAP. But I don't know how in the world he could be in a room and say, yo, let me just coach it one more game. And I'm out.
Right. Well,
instead of leaving them kids that broke their back for him and just leave just like that. Like you said, you didn't like that. Talk to us.
Well, there's several things about the Kelly thing that I hate worse than the Riley thing. I mean, Kelly leaves before you even know your fate for the playoff. You got kids buying into, hey, go to war for me. I got your back. Well, you didn't have their back. You leave before you even know what's going on. You don't finish the season. Okay, the season's still out there. Maybe you get a backdoor bid in the Final Four and in a playoff. But I mean, then you go down to make that even worse. You go on down to Baton Rouge. Your first meeting, you go in there. You bring out your Southern drawl, and you're acting like you're a Southerner, and talking to Baton Rouge and trying to fit in. And then you talk about, I want to come down here to coach the best players. Well, what about Notre Dame? Aren't you telling them they're the best players? So who's the best players? I mean, last time I checked, Notre Dame's on the fringe to go in the playoff. Last time I checked, LSU was lucky to backdoor into a bowl. But you want to coach the best players? I mean, come on. I mean,
what he's trying to say, the talent that he can recruit to go to LSU would definitely be a lot better than Notre Dame. But I know what you're saying. But Jeff, like I told you earlier, it's business. And it's, I want to say the F word, but I'm trying to slow down the F words. It's just business, Jeff. And it's messed
here's
up.
The problem.
Hold on.
Let me it's not a business.
Yeah, let me get a word. Let me get a word real quick. When they fire a coach, why the brass upstairs don't think, he been talking to the players. How can we strip him when he promised these players these stuff? They don't think that. No. When they want to let you go, they let you go. They don't care what bond you got.
Exactly.
So, and I'm not backing Kelly up. I don't agree with what he did, but why they always knock either the player or the coach when he makes that kind of move, but then the brass can let you go whenever they want, and it's all gravy. It's all Gucci.
But
why is it like that?
One thing. this isn't the first time that Brian Kelly's done this. He did it 12 years ago when he left Cincinnati to go to Notre Dame. This is the second time this guy's done that. He's not hung one group of guys out. He's hung two out to dry.
Yeah, so it's in his pedigree to do this. So
if you're a player of LSU and he's down there telling you, boy, I want to coach the best players, I want to win a national title, you gonna believe him? I look at that track record. All you have as a coach, having been a coach myself for 25 years, if you tell something to somebody, you better back it up and do it. You know what I'm saying? Especially this Generation Z kids. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they're cut from a different cloth,
right,
so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to show them before you tell them. They have to buy into you. You know what I'm saying? And Kelly himself, he looks like he's a traitor to me.
Well, Gambino just said he got more heart than Riley. I agree with him on that. Next question, Jeff, so we can move on. I don't want to overcook my grits. Do either of these coaches get a national title in the next 5 years? And name me who you think's the one that get it.
Well, I mean, it's very obvious that Riley's got a better shot at getting it than Kelly to me. I mean, very simply, you're gonna have less obstacles to go through. You might have one non-conference game. That gets your non-conference schedule up to snuff. You go through a Pac-12 and a Pac-12 championship game. That road looks a little bit easier to me than going through the eastern part of the SEC.
It's
Bama,
an easier drive.
the Western, I mean.
Yeah, it's an easier drive, but you still got to face them guys up top.
Yep.
So I'd rather be Brian Kelly playing them in the regular season, even though it's going to be harder because you're going to have a couple losses more or less than have to face them late. But I know what you're saying. They'll have the better record because of the easy schedule.
Riley's got a better shot at it. Because, the other thing is you have a lot of California kids that have left the state going to Oregon, going outside the state, okay? Well, the fact of the matter is those kids going to stay in state now.
Right.
Riley's there. They trust the coach. Probably the best coach.
Just give me what you think, Jeff. We're going around the bush. Who wins first when they win in 5 years? Talk to me.
Riley wins first, and I'd say it takes him 3 years.
Okay, that's what I want to hear. I'm going to say Kelly gets it done in 3-4 years before Riley. So we'll me and you will be together where we'll see if that comes out or not.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, let's shift subjects. Let's make it fun again because this was more like, I'm not saying it was torture, but we were kind of like getting at individuals. Now let's have fun again. Top 5 NFL teams, it switches every week. Every week.
Every week it switches, doesn't it?
I'm gonna give you it first, and then I'll take it second. Top 5, we're gonna go 5-1, and then we're gonna have one more subject if we finish this on time.
Well, I mean, for me, I don't think anything's really changed this week. I mean, number 5, you got the Patriots. They had a solid win last week over Tennessee. Could probably move them over Kansas City, who I have at number 4, but I'm not going to penalize the team for taking their bye.
Right.
I think obviously if New England can win this week, they'll bypass KC in the ratings, based on that victory. And Buffalo might jump in if they beat New England. So that's a key game for my top 5. Again, Kansas City's number 4. Number 3, I think we've had a couple impressive victories here, by the top of the NFC teams. But, I mean, I don't think it's really changed at all. Tampa Bay's number 3. I mean, they had a nice win at the Colts, but I don't think that's enough to overtake Green Bay or Arizona. I lead probably this week because Green Bay won last week impressively with the Rams, moved the Cardinals back down to 2. You know what I'm saying? See what go from there, and then Green Bay back to the 1 spot based on the head-to-head. So really, it's the same top 5. I'm
surprised. I'm surprised you stuck the Cheeseheads at number 1. Yeah, I don't think you stuck the number 1 all year. Okay, so
well,
my top 5.
All my Cardinals will be the underdog.
Okay. My top 5 are the reason why I'm going to pick this team as the 5th team because I think they handle their business Monday night. So I'm going to put them on there. I got Bills Mafia at number 5. I got the KC Chiefs, Pat Mahomes and company, number 4. I got Uncle Tom, TB12, at number 3. I got Kyler Murray and company who should be back this week, correct?
Actually, they announced today both are playing Sunday.
Okay, great for them. At
And,
number 2, and I got Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams at number 1. That's my top 5 for this week. It was, like I said, minor changes, basically the same, minor changes. But like, every week this can flip-flop. Now let's go to the diamond, something that you really wanted to cover. Fortunately, we got time, but unfortunately, I couldn't get my man in. That's the only reason why you got time for this. But Gambino, right, like I said, I wanted to get you in, brother. We'll get him next time, dog. You know we will. You were big on the Boston-Milwaukee trade. When I mentioned it to you, you said that the Bull Sox are the biggest winners in this trade.
They are.
And then I asked you why. And when I asked you why, is how you're going to answer it now. But the key players of this trade, from our point of view, is Jackie Bradley going back to the Red Sox, Hunter Renfro going to Milwaukee. But tell the peoples why you think the Boston Red Sox got a couple of gems that nobody know about.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's one in particular. The kid that came out of the Carolina Mudcats A-ball team, Alex A.J. Benelis. Alex, the last 2 years, was preseason college player of the year at Louisville. The first year was a COVID year. He actually got hit in the wrist, broke his wrist, canceled the season. He comes back this year, hadn't played in 2 years, starts off 1 for 30. All of a sudden, Henry Davis gets all the attention down at Louisville, ends up being the #1 pick in the draft for the Pirates. Alex ends up still hitting 19 home runs and 67 RBIs with his last 2 games played as a collegiate, tying the all-time record for home runs in a game with 3, and then actually hitting they were the visiting teams. It was not a walk-off, but the go-ahead and extra innings versus Georgia Tech before they end up losing on a misplayed ball on the outfield.
Right.
Alex then went on and got drafted by his hometown Brewers in the 3rd round. He is a homegrown Milwaukee kid, okay? Alex went down to the Mudcats and in 6 weeks worth of ball, hit .316 with 9 home runs. Probably the best hitter I've ever coached and the best hitter I've ever seen. He's a little bit positionless, average arm. I'd say above average athletic ability. His dad comes from Europe, played basketball over in Europe, so he's a big kid. Even at the camp before the draft, they had him with the highest velocity off the bat, as well as the longest home run. So a lot of teams missed on this kid. For the Brewers to have traded a kid away that wants to play for the Brewers, that is capable of being the big bat down the road, getting it cheap, probably signing long-term for homegrown discounts, and trading that to the Red Sox is a complete mistake. To drop $10 million worth of salary of Jackie Bradley, who did nothing for you last year. And then think about, where Alex is gaining from is going to Boston, okay? Think about this. He had a lot of outs, even in Louisville, that were hit to the track. Well, those balls are off the big monster now. And you're talking about pesky Paul being, 296 down the line with a short fence like that? I mean, hell, he may hit out the damn ballpark to right field. I mean, he averaged about 430, 440 feet per home run. I can tell you right now, he's got a generational talent as a hitter that they picked up for a bag of balls.
Okay, let me get in real quick. Let me get in because you're running again. You're running like a non-stopping record. What makes you think, you know what, I don't even want to go that deep because I want to get to something else. But all I'm going to tell you is all that you said has to coexist now in the major leagues, which is a different animal. A different animal. But you know enough about this kid to know that this kid is a diamond in the rut, basically, correct?
His hitting is major league caliber now. Right. I can tell you that he hits premium pitching. He hits left-handed, right-hander, bad balls. He's not hitting the weak ass pitchers they bring out there. He'll be the one hitting the Scherzers. He'll be hitting the DeGroms. I mean, that's the type of hitter we're talking about here.
Okay, and one guy you had to compare him to, even if he's just a little bit he compares to, who would it be before we go to our next subject?
Well, I mean, power-wise, as a left-handed batter, I compare him to a Schwarber. But the fact of the matter is,
I had a feeling you was going to say that. I don't know why.
But I will tell you, as a he hits for average, though, like nobody's business with a great eye. Okay. So I can tell you that I see him being a 300-plus hitter in the major leagues, 40 home run plus capability, 100 RBI, 120 RBI plus, and doing it for a decade long.
Dang, you really got this guy high rank. You must really like this guy.
I've been around enough ball players in my lifetime, having played, the history of my family, having coached, that I just know what I see. I mean, I tell you out there, I don't know if James Davis is out there, but James can attest to seeing him hit. And first thing he said, he goes, "That's a third rounder." I said, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? But
okay, so
I think he'll be in left field. If I had to compare him to a hitter, because I've seen Tony Gwynn and Rose, Carew, and all those guys hit, is that I'd say Schwarber power, but I'd say he hits at the average like a Tony Gwynn with a great eye. So it's kind of an in-between, a hybrid.
No, I got you.
Schwarber.
Okay, so you see Schwarber, Tony Gwynn. We're going to expect a lot from this young boy. You put a lot of pressure on him, Jeff. You put extreme pressure on him. I'm letting you know right now. But
well,
listen, let me change events. Hold on, let me change events. I got a lot of Jets and Met fans. So I got to give them a little bit. They take time to tune in. I see you, Eric. I'm going to give this to you, Eric. Jeff, real quick, we got 4 minutes. Crying out loud. Maxey stays healthy the whole season. Jacob deGrom stays healthy for a whole season. These new Mets, new acquisitions, pan out. Lindor hits the ball. Do you think the Mets got a fair shot of at least winning a playoff series?
Well, I think a playoff series, yes, but you got to get there first. I mean, you got 5 starters.
That's what I'm saying. Get there and win one.
Right. Well, obviously, they get there. You get a short series. You got to see those guys 4 times. I mean, sure. But I mean, how much do they have to use them to get there? Are they going to be already overused before they even get to the playoffs? And we're not talking about a young kid. We're talking about grandpas now going out there in Seager.
Yeah, Scherzer's 37. But you know what? That guy, man, the way that guy pitches, man, he's so passionate. I mean, this guy knows every
Don't forget
detail.
this. He pitched for the Nationals for all these years. I don't really think any of these teams out in the National League East are really intimidated by him. You know what I'm saying? They've already seen him for years.
Right.
Okay. So, I mean, really, is it really – it's probably – if he went to a different division where they don't see him day in, day out, it probably would have been better for him. You know what I'm saying? So you're still seeing 4 teams, well, 3 plus your previous team, that they've seen you year in, year out. So, I mean, it really changed the odds. So if you got older, what if the Phillies go out and pick up Chris Bryant? You know what I'm saying? They pick a couple more hitters up.
Right.
You have to face that lineup. I mean, I know you were talking about earlier the Marlins. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I like the Marlins starting 5 pitchers better than anybody in that division.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, probably the whole 5.
So, I mean,
if they had that young boy that passed away, they really would have been tough. Fernandez.
What they're going to have to do is, if I'm the Mets, I still think they're going to have to get another innings eater as a pitcher behind them on the cheap end. They're probably going to have add one more hitter to balance the lineup out.
Right.
And I also think they probably need some more at the back end of the bullpen.
They definitely got to solidify that bullpen, which tailed off late last year. They were strong early, but tailed off late. They got arms, but the arms couldn't get no outs late, second half.
Right.
But, I'm giving the Mets time on my show. I never do this, but I do got a lot of Met fans that tune into me. The least I could do is give them some potato chip, not watch me eat. You know what I mean? So I'm giving them potato chips right now, even with a pickle, just to the fact that, they do got basically the best 1-2 in the game right now. I mean, if you can name me a better 1-2, I really don't know of a better 1-2 beside deGrom and Scherzer. I mean, I could give the Mets that much. Right or wrong?
I agree with you. 1 and 2, no doubt the top 2 pitchers.
Okay, but, Jeff, any last words? Because I got to do the giveaway, which I know you also waiting on. Any last words, buddy?
I'll go 30 seconds here. just want to bring out to everybody this weekend, if everybody can wear their baseball jersey, you have a young kid back in Wisconsin. His jersey's for Jackson. He passed away. He was a big baseball fan, and they're doing a big deal over the weekend here to honor this little 8-year-old kid. His name's Jackson. So if you guys find your heart, put your jerseys on, take a picture, put it on the site. Put down there, hey, jersey for Jackson. Go a long way to showing support for the parents and the little boy's life meaning something. So
God bless, man. God bless, and that's a great thing to bring up, Jeff. I respect you for that, and that's much love there. And Jeff, thank you as always. I'll catch up to you later on, and I'll see you live this Sunday. Great job as always, Jeff. We'll talk soon.
All right, out.
Sportsbook Jeff, baby. Okay. Okay, guys, giveaway coming up. Gambino, you don't know how much I'm upset. I wanted to hear you, big dog, but I only got power to do what I can do, and I couldn't get you on. There was nothing I could do to get you on. Let's start our giveaway. Good luck to everybody. Moving a little back. Okay, guys. 1 through 20 would be giveaway 1. Camera moving. Hold on, guys. Like I said, if I say no play, it's no play. I never see the ball. That ball, you got to really look into it to see it. I'll just stop and put the ball back in. My goal is to keep it as clean as possible and let this little thing here pull out the winner for you guys. Giveaway 1. 1 through 20. How about the Cowboys, baby? You thought I was going to forget, right? Cowboys went to who that? Handle their business. I don't want to hear they were hurt. Who that came to win that game? Sean Payne had those boys trying to win that game for real. Okay, 1 through 20. Giveaway 1 on my call. Good luck to everybody. Gotta come out on my call. Look, the ball came out, no play. It's too early for this shit to be acting drunk, man. Hold up. Hold up, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Giveaway 1. Giveaway 1 coming up. Let's go. Let me marinate this thing. You know I got to marinate it. Here we go. We got a winner. You got a winner. Giveaway 1. Giveaway 1. Number 4. That's my man, Ghost. Ghost is a 5-time winner. Hold up. He could be a 6-time winner. I got to check it out. Ghost, number 4, could be a 5 or 6-time. I think he's a 5-time winner. I'll give you the facts as we go on. Number 4, Ghost is your winner. Giveaway 2 coming up. Ghost, if you on air, let me know. Okay, 6-time winner for the Ghost, which means he has the lead with Alec for the most wins. First to 10 is 2 prizes, not 1. 21 through 40, let's go. Six-time winner for the Ghost. I got a story to tell y'all. He could have won 8 if he never would have switched his numbers. But he know where he messed up at, and he won't do that no more. Okay, 21 through 40. Hold up, one number, Bell. Pick it up. Go back in here. 21 through 40. Giveaway 2. Let's go. Guys who never joined before, give it a shot, man. Number came out, no good, no good. Just give it a shot. It won't hurt you, I promise you. It's fun. 21 through 40. Let me marinate this bad boy. Let me marinate this bad boy. Here we go. Here we go. No, don't play. These numbers are hot, bro. They popping out this little thing. But there's no play. It's on my call. No play. Here we go. Giveaway 2. These numbers is hot. They can't wait to get out. Here we go. Here we go. We got a winner. It counts. Even though there's 4 in the thing, one number came out. So this here is the winner. Let me move this bad boy over. This is the winner. Number 22. Number 22. You gotta be kidding me, boy. It's my man, Alf. First time winner. Alf, PJ, AKA Alf is your winner. 22. I'll be right back. Show y'all again. 22. Let me wrap this up, guys. Don't go nowhere. Quick summary. Hold on. Give me 1 minute, guys. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to be right with y'all. Okay, real quick. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I always tell y'all, y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all decided to give me this 1 hour. And I love the fact that you decided to do that. That's why you won't get nothing, but you know what I mean? You will get all of me all day, every day, and everybody I put on. Thank you for that. Thank you, Gambino. I know you was ready. I know you was ready to tear stuff up. Service stopped us. Don't let that discourage you in no way. We'll figure out during the week, like I got to do with a lot of other my comrades, how we going to get y'all on. Something's just not right. We got to find a way how to get y'all on. Thank you, Sportsbook Jeff. The knowledge you provided, the knowledge you provide on a weekly basis. Much appreciated. Thank you for everybody tuning in, everybody that plays the open sessions and giveaways. I just thanking everybody, man. I much appreciated, man. I'm not with the bullshit, man. And I know my shit hot. I know my shit hot. I'm not worrying about people liking me or not liking me. I'm giving it to y'all all I can, the way I can, to the most of my ability. So it don't matter if I don't want to curse too much. It don't matter if a guy don't like my stuff. I know I'm bringing it all, so I don't care. I don't care. I know I got it. I don't care. Anybody want to take me on, not y'all, not my family, anybody outside the family, set me up with them. We'll do the half screen. We'll do whatever. I take on anybody. Y'all got access to Daffy Duck? I'll take on Daffy Duck live. Y'all know who I'm talking about when I say Daffy Duck. And with that, let me end it up real quick. Al, your sports, the raw truth. Shout out to Cakey again, baby. Like I said, dog, it ain't stopped you before. It ain't going to stop you now. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Open sessions and giveaways. Power Hour. TGI Friday. No drinking and driving. It's the fucking law. You already know. Another Friday. Another weekend. Another football week. Everything's going on. I'm just freestyling. Love y'all guys. Al York Sports. See y'all soon. Hold your heads. Much love, baby. 1.